story about a little boy named Andy. I should stop because it's not really about Andy so much about Andy's toys. Andy's toys come to life when Andy isn't looking. This is a real story about a cowboy named Woody and an astronaut named Buzz Lightyear. So this little boy named Andy had a toy named Woody. It was a cowboy toy. It was his best friend. He wrote his name on the bottom of Woody's shoe so that it was personalized. Everybody knew that was Andy's toy. And played with Woody all the time and took him to bed with him. He took him outside to play. He took him to school with him. They were best friends. When Andy would go off to school or go to sleep, toys would come to life. And all they cared about was making Andy happy. And Woody was the leader of all the toys. There was a Slinky dog. Its belly was a big Slinky. There was a little Bo Peep doll. There was Mr. Potato Head. There was RC race car driver or remote control car. There were several Green Army guys. And so one year for Andy's birthday, he got a new toy. And this is always the buzz around all the toys, all of his toys that he already had. You know, what will the new toys be? And the Mr. Potato Head always wanted there to be a Mrs. Potato Head, and the action figures always wanted there to be a tank for them to ride in. So it was always the big news on the street. What's it going to be for Andy's birthday? And what they would do is set up a mission where they would hide a baby monitor, like use it like a walkie-talkie, hide a baby monitor in a plant downstairs at Andy's birthday party, and then the army guys would be able to radio back upstairs to the toy room to let them know what Andy was getting as he was opening the presents. So it was Andy's birthday, and it was a big party, and all the kids came over, and they played with Andy's toys, and Andy, of course, played with Woody, and Woody was the star, and then it was time to go down and have cake and ice cream. And during this time, the toys all sat around the baby monitor and waited to hear what Andy's presents were, since they knew that they would be adding more toys to their population. So Andy started opening toys, and they were pretty, basic things. I think he got a lot of clothes, to be honest. He got some clothes, some socks, different things. And then he opened his big present, and inside the present he opened a bright, shiny new doll. You recognized the package right away. It said, Space Cadet Buzz Lightyear. And Andy had wanted this toy, and none of the other toys wanted it. But it was a new toy. It was very flashy. It was very cool. He opened it right away. So it was this space guy that had a helmet that flipped open and flipped shut. It had laser light beam on its arm. It had you push buttons on its uniform, and it would say Buzz Lightyear, which is Space Command, come in, Space Command, in this very military voice. And it would talk about, I'm Buzz Lightyear from another planet, different things like this. And it was very cool. And he loved Buzz Lightyear. He thought he was awesome. He immediately wrote his name on the bottom of Buzz's shoe, too. So the army guys radioed upstairs and said, we have a Buzz Lightyear, a Buzz Lightyear. And everybody's like, what's a Buzz Lightyear? Well, they were about to find out. Because all of Andy's friends were like, oh, you got a Buzz Lightyear, that's so cool, that is so cool. So they took it upstairs and started to play with it. Now they've got this new Space Cadet, and all the other toys are just, they're silent because they're pretending to just be toys. shuttles on the wall and planets and all kinds of stuff that have to do with space. And Andy wants to be an astronaut now. He doesn't want to be a cowboy anymore. And so as the toys are watching this, this is all really kind of sad because the toys have looked up to Woody, and now Woody is kind of getting left behind. Gone are the days of cowboys and pretending to ride a horse around. Now Andy wants to be a space cadet and wants to ride in a space shuttle. So this is sad. So after, a while of this going on, finally, one day when Andy's at school, Woody, the cowboy toy, decides to confront Buzz Lightyear. And he says, Buzz, what's your deal? What makes you so great? And Buzz Lightyear, who believes he is a true space cadet, does not think that he's just a toy. And he says, I am a space cadet of the planet Modar. I'm not sure if that's the name. From another planet, and he is here to fight the evil Emperor Zurg. So he's on this total mission, and he thinks that this is just a stop along his way of being an answer. And Woody says, wake up! You're a toy! You're a toy! You're plastic! You're made in Taiwan! And he pushes the light on Buzz's arm, and Buzz is like, no, a laser! You're gonna burn something! And Woody goes, you're a toy! That's an LED light! You have batteries! Anyway, Buzz has a hard time believing this, and Buzz says, I'll prove it to you. I'll fly. And Woody says, go ahead, fly. Go ahead, fly. And so Buzz basically closes his eyes and jumps off the ledge of the dresser and falls through the air and bounces on a rubber ball. And the bounce projects him up to the ceiling, where he catches on a helicopter that Andy has hanging from the ceiling and floats down slowly and lands with a flourish. And of course all the toys clap and applaud because they feel like he did fly. That was amazing. And Woody just rolls his eyes and he goes, that was just falling with style. That was not flying. So basically it's a big upset having Woody and Buzz in the same room together because they're vying for Andy's attention. Not that they can really vie for it since they're toys, and Andy will play with who he wants to play with. Meanwhile, Woody's trying to think of a way to get rid of Buzz and regain his spot as Andy's favorite toy, but there's not much he can do about it. Eventually, Buzz realizes that he is a toy, and this totally depresses him, and he thinks he has no meaning in life. That his whole purpose was to fight the evil Emperor Zurg. Then they realize, both of them, that they both need each other, and they can both help each other, and that Andy plays with both of them, because when they move, Andy puts them both in the same box together, and labels it Buzz and Woody, my two best friends. And so they go on a move, and meanwhile, Buzz falls out of a box, and Woody has to rescue him. And then Woody falls out of a box, and Buzz has to rescue him. So they realize that they can use each other. They both have weaknesses, and they both have strengths. And they're both very important to Andy. So they realize then that they're both a valuable part of the community, and they no longer need to be feeling threatened by each other. They work together, and they live in the new house in harmony, and all of the other toys respect them. And Buzz realizes his main goal in life is to make Andy happy.